Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new Let's Play series in Hearts of Iron 4 Apres Moi Le Deluge. Definitely saying that wrong. But today we're going to be playing as the Federal Kingdom of America, not the Republic, but as a good old-fashioned kingdom. So, we are going to just be going down our tree, eventually trying to get Manifest Destiny and claiming a ton of territory and uniting all of North America under the Great American Banner. So, first things first. Individualism. Actually, I'll put ultra-nationalist drift. I mean, we're already a kingdom. Definitely don't want to depose the king, because where's the fun in deposing the king? We're definitely an autocracy. Also, just want to make sure we're not losing anything too good here. The factories, a bunch of resources, that would be like pretty nice. Extra research slot, 2 research slots actually down here, but they're way at the bottom, and 140 days each. It's actually forever. It's for some reason these ones at the bottom are only 35 days, the rest are 70. Maybe they were added in later, I'm not too sure. The first things first, let's go for the monarchist drift, because we are a good kingdom. God save the king. And we'll be getting our troops ready to go. I do believe we do start off with a handful of colonies. I don't know if we start off with generals, though. Oh, we do, Big Arthur. I'm glad to see you here. So put these guys in charge. You guys will be on the border with Louisiana. You guys will be on the border with Quebec. Okay, so turn off the fog of war. That's going to be too few. You to play on that line. I have noticed that a bunch of infantry divisions are extremely weak. That doesn't seem great. You guys will deploy up to the north. Everyone else looks like they're pretty fine. Again, we do have a bunch of island colonies. We do have territories also in Africa, but I don't care what happens. We also own Louisiana. Or not Louisiana, and Liberia, which is always nice. So I feel pretty okay with where we stand at the moment. You guys will just be part of a different army. And you, along with these guys, where can I put you right now? A great question. This is going to play onto this front. I really don't think we need to defend any of our islands down there, or at least not at the moment. And of course, we want to be researching stuff. So, we're just going to start off with all of our basic technologies, as well as getting the M1 Garand. How many men do you have, Louisiana? You have 19 or 38 divisions. We're starting off with 53, which is a pretty decent amount. Quebec also has a lot. The Algonquin Republic, definitely like one of the weakest, but I really don't see a way we would actually effectively get there right now. So prepare for an invasion like this. I mean, I guess we kind of target who you want to attack first. Quebec doesn't look like they have the ability to actually declare war on us, so I'm not too worried about that. Plains in America, liberate the fatherland with the capital pair. So actually, Louisiana, you actually can conquer back France. Maybe they would have been a more interesting person to play as, but it's too late now. We've already begun. Also, why does Mayday exist in this world? Doesn't make any sense, but okay. So, we got some free civilian factories. First things first, build up some military stuff just over here. We're not training any troops, but that's because we desperately need some weapons here. Because we're not, like, 20,000 short. 1,800 days is a long time to be short on equipment. Oh, we also can do some new flags. But we've not deposed the king, so unfortunately we're not able to actually change our flag at all. But that's okay. Don't worry about it. We're putting the Grand Duchy of Iberia. Also, I don't think we need to worry about that at the moment. So you're controlled by the British Empire. Not too surprising. And we can go rubber in Nigeria for 10 factories, 3 ceiling factories for about half a year. Do I grow rubber already? I have 6. I'm already importing a rubber, so probably isn't our best interest just to grow some then. So grow some rubber. Apparently we do have the legacy of slavery. Did we not actually we don't have slavery anymore? Like I said, it's 1936. So us getting rid of slavery isn't the craziest thing in the world. Could we already send volunteers? No, we need 50% world tension. I'm not too sure who's gonna win the war in Germany. I've only ever done like one campaign in this mod. It was the campaign where we did play as this Germany. We'll see. We'll kind of see what happens if they get completely steamrolled, because it was actually a pretty. I remember it being a very difficult fight to actually win as a communist Germany over there. And unfortunately, all of our focuses to actually take more territory are all 70-day focuses. That is a lot. Hopefully at some point we will be able to create a faction or join somebody else's. I know France does have the ability to declare war on people if they've caused more than 20% world tension, more or less acting as the world police. And you'd already let me join my faction. If we are at 35% world tension. Oh, Spain's already joined the Commonwealth. Okay. But getting involved with like a nice faction is not the worst idea. The British Empire is ultra-nationalist. Okay. And are they the only is there any other factions? The Central Powers, the Chinese bloc, the Eastern Asia Sphere. I'm assuming you probably don't want me involved. Yeah, not a huge surprise. Of course, we're going to go for some divine rights. 150 political power can probably allow us to do some good stuff. And you'd already, like, I'm surprised you say yes to me so fast. You're actually protective over me. Thank you, France. You're being a kind father. So, you can get the better research speed. After this, we'll get the radio. If we can join the French faction. Again, I can make my own faction. I'm trying to remember where that actually is. We can also enact the Jim Crow laws. Replace the legacy of slavery with Jim Crow laws. That doesn't really seem like a great... Super factory goods go down is pretty good. More resource gain and more political power gain. And we only need one of the following to go down this list. Research speed, democratic drift, factory output. Definitely probably want the factory output. And I only need to get corporatism. Get the factory output. Never do leader cults, because all that does is give you even more. It gives you 0.5% of the population, but I don't really think that's going to be the big sticking point for us. It's nice that they would already put in the 20 with infantry divisions, because they know what you want. They know you don't want the trash troops. So we'll get concentrated industry. We will upgrade our rifles so they're less terrible. From bolt action to semi-auto. Seems like a pretty good upgrade if you ask me. And I'm not worried about... I can just like ban a bunch of ideologies. But I don't really see how that's going to actually benefit me directly. Cabinet ministers are 150 each. Military staff, high command. There's actually a lot of people in here. Right now we got robber baron's construction speed goes up. Welfare states. established religion. Probably want the stability up. Definitely don't want universal suffrage. I don't want the radicals getting any ideas. And right now we have bad modifiers, to say the least. Do you have any good 5 sensibility? But I don't want. Okay, so I can't get you. Monarchist, 5% stability. Can I get like productive efficiency growth, but also be a monarchist? I don't think so, unfortunately. So let's get the war industrialist, just for 10% extra factory construction speed. Seems okay. And soon we'll have some rubber plants in Nigeria. Seems like that'll help us out in the future. I mean, it's nice that we have our little colonies over here. I don't know why the British don't. I mean, I guess they lost the Great War. I'm not too sure who the Great War is actually between. Sure, we'll accept the invite to the League of Nations. Not a big deal, I think. Of course, we got divine right. And I'm thinking, like, do we just, like, go straight down here as fast as possible to get Manifest Destiny? I think so. More monikers drift going up is good. More political power, and we can actually create some factions. Let's see if maybe... Does anybody actually like us? You wouldn't join a faction with us. We could even join the Russian bloc, which honestly is probably better for us. Than joining in the French bloc. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like anybody would want to be in a faction with us. Having Mexico on our side, like, I don't see how that really benefits us either, because I probably do want to take California at some point as well. Okay, so we got better artillery. Okay, so what do we do? Military leader cost goes up by 25%. I mean, that's kind of fine. Like, I don't... I mean, it's just more political power cost, right? I think so. So I was going to say yes, sure. I'm not too worried about... Just since I have so many generals anyway, like, I really feel like we're fine. Unless it's for you. But it's not, so I'm fine with it. We have even more political power, so let's go for... What about, like, a chief of staff? You're all very, like, not great, I think. What about chief of army? Just offense? Probably just a 10% offense is better than 8% defense. I feel like if we take the defense, we're losing 2 percentage points of statistics. Especially since attacking is always harder than defending. Shrink these lines down. Something like that should be okay. It's just seems we deploy more troops in the future. Okay, so what does support cost goes down by 1%. Land doctrine goes up by 1%. I feel like that again, kind of okay. Like, it's not really a big deal. The International Court of Justice is probably going to be slightly different though. So wartime, it'll take longer for justifications to happen. So I'm going to say no on that. Also, I accidentally got stuff on my glasses, so I gotta wipe those down. But yeah, 100% justification cost and time is a lot, especially since I know I'm gonna have to manually justify it on what's the country? Mexico. It's all but guaranteed that has to happen. We have 14 more days till the rubber plants are done, giving us even more factories that we can use to upgrade stuff here. And I'm assuming you all need better construction or excavation. Are we importing steel? No, we have a shit ton of steel. I'm not too sure why everybody's worried. Chief of Intelligence. Ability goes up. Justification time on us goes up. But I'm not worried about that, to be completely honest. War support goes up. I think just better decryption I like. War support, core attack, but you're not core territory. So that doesn't really benefit. That only benefits you if you're attacking somewhere where you know you can have problems. 6% attack and defense, I think, is just good. That stacks up with our 10% offense, so we're having a 16% modifier on our infantry divisions.
Yes, sir.
Again, these areas are, you know, slightly less important up here in North Louisiana.
Listen up. Orders.
Okay, so we get all of you here. Even more monarchist drift. And that'll eventually... Right, we're already getting 0.1. Okay, so these are all... No, only these two actually create factions. Political power gain. Consumer good factories goes down. I'm going to get corporatism first for that factory output. So, Serbia is now part of the Central Powers. I remember who joined last time. It wasn't Austria that joined the Central Powers. Maybe it was Romania. I'm not 100% too sure. But war is slowly brewing in Europe. At some point, the iron will strike. So we're going to go for construction 2, because that allows us to build even more. Yeah, it's aluminum. You know, aluminum's actually good. I'm assuming we don't have that much aluminum. No, we do not make a lot of aluminum. So getting aluminum's good. Getting the steel, I think, is utter garbage. Yeah, 12 is, like, who cares at that point? Really doesn't seem like it'd make a big difference. And are we sure these guys have, like, 46 divisions? I have my doubts about what Louisiana is doing, to be completely honest with you. So let's go for... Oh, we still need like a ton of rifles. So probably just put 20 in the rifles first thing, because we need them. Are their troops also bad? No, is it just me that has no rifles at the beginning? It looks like it is just me that has no guns. Which is a real shame, because I would really like some guns. The Poland's joined the Central Powers. Otto the First. So Austria is now part of the French alliance. Again, war is slowly brewing in the area. What will happen? I'm guessing the big clash between these two guys is what's going to happen eventually. So Russia, what do you do? Just claiming all the territory that would generally form the International Pact. Look at you. Look at you. Basically, just get all the industry techs. So it's 1937, so we'll get the radio as well. Even though the radio's not a 1937 tech. But I think this is going to be a good time to end this first episode. So thanks so much for watching. My name's been Anthem. If you've enjoyed, give a thumbs up. If you're not enjoying, click some down. Once more, subscribe, and goodbye.